Hello everyone, welcome to the channel IGCSE&GCE Maths School. I am Saman. Today there's little rain, but we are doing the video. Today we are going to discuss the paper 1 of Mathematics B of Cambridge O-Level May-June 2023. Paper 1. Right, there is little noise due to this rain, but we will do the video, okay, right? Okay, now Q1. Question 1 of the paper. This question paper 1, there's no calculator that is allowed. Calculator is not allowed. Right? There you have to do your workings manually. You have to answer from your. You have to answer manually everything, every question. Right. Now work out. First question Q1. Work out part A. 3.25 minus 1.73. Then I use the space. Then Q1 part A. Then they ask you to work out this 3.25 minus 1.73. Right. I will write it. 3.25 minus 1.73. Right. Then you deduct like this. Then you have to write the decimal places of the similar place value vertically in line like this. First decimal place, first decimal place. Sorry. First decimal place, first decimal place. Second decimal place, second decimal place. Unit, 10 strings like it. Okay, right. Now you deduct. Then you can deduct 3, you can deduct 3 from 5, that is 2. Then you can deduct 7 from 2, but you take 1 from this one. Here it is 2, then 1 is taken, here it is 12. Then 7 from 12 is 5. Then you get here 2. Then 1 from this 2 is how much? 1. Then answer is 1. What is the answer? Answer is 1.52. Okay. But then B. What is B? B is 1.2 square. 1.2 square, right? 1.2 square. This is 1.2 into 1.2. Then here you multiply working still there, multiply without decimals. 12 times 244, you know, times tables. 12 times 12 is 144. Then 144. Now here you have to ignore when you multiply the decimals, you ignore the decimal point and you multiply the numbers. Then after multiplying the numbers, look at the number of decimal places. You count, you get the sum of the decimal places. Then you get the sum of the decimal places in the numbers multiplied and keep sum of the decimal places in the answer. That is here 1, 2. There are 2 decimal places. Keep 2 decimal places here 1.44. That's right. Okay. Now they have given question 2. Complete each label with correct mathematical name. They have given this one. They have given this one. This part of the circle. Okay. Then you have to name this. What is this? This is a part of the circle. This is actually a part of the circular area bounded by 2 radii and 1 arc. Therefore, this is a sector. This is a sector of a circle. Okay. Then look at this one. This line touches the circle at this point. This is called the point of contact. If the straight line touches the circle at a single point, only at one point, the straight line is called a tangent. This is a tangent. Tangent. Okay. Right. Tangent. Now you go to the third question. Write in order starting with the smallest. Write in order starting with the smallest. Q3. Right. You have to write these numbers in order again starting with the smallest. What are the numbers? 0.65, 5 of 8, 62%, 62%, 11 over 12, 0.595. I think this one we have 2 fractions and we have 1 percentage. Other 2 numbers are decimals. Therefore, I think it is easier to turn all these other numbers into decimals, which are not in decimals. Right? Then these 3 numbers are not in decimals, but it is easier to turn them into decimals because 5 can be divided by 8, 11 can be divided by 20, right? Okay, all right, we will do that. Then first of all, we'll convert this 5 of 8, 62% and 11 over 20 into decimals like this, right? This is the thing. 0.65, 5 of 8, 62%, then 0.95. 595, 0.595. Okay. Then 0.595. Okay. Now we will first of all convert. Sorry. Then there is here 22, sorry, 62. 62%. Here 11 over 20. Here 0.595. Okay. Right. Okay. Then we will convert this 5 over 8, 5 over 8, 62% and 11 over 20 into decimals, right? 5 over 8. Then you divide 8 by 5 by 8. How do you divide? Here 5 times 8 times for pi 0. 0 times then you take 0 for 50 for 5, then it will become 50. Then 8 times for 50 is 8 times 6 48. Then 2 is left here. Then for that 2 also we take 0. Then 8 times for 20 is 2. Then 16. 8 times 2 is 16. Then deduct 16 from 20, it is 4. Then take another 0, 40. 8 times 4, 40 is 5. Then 0.625. This one will be then, you write 0.65, comma 0.625. Then next one. Then when you come to percentages, 62%, you can write this as a fraction like this, 62 over 100. Then 62 divided by 100 means, dividing by 100 means keep in 2 decimal places, 1, 2. Then it will be answer 6.62. 1, 2. Here the decimal point. Okay. Then it will be then instead of 62% you write 0.62. Okay. Then you write then 11 over 20. Then you divide 11 by 20 like this. We divide. Then 11. 20 times for 11 is 0. Right? Okay. Then 20 times for 110, how much? 5. 5 times 20, 100. Then 10 is left. Then take another 0. Then it is 5 times 20 times 1 5. 0.55. Then this will be 0.55. 11 over 20 means 0.55. Then comma 0.595. All right. Okay. Now we compare. You write from the smallest in order from the smallest to the largest. What is the smallest from this one? This one. These smallest. Then next next largest. Then next largest is how much? 0.62. This one. Here third one. Then next largest is this 0.625. The next largest is this one. Largest one is this 0.65. That is fifth one. Then we will accordingly put this. First one is how much? This one. Yeah. First one is how much? 11 over 20. You write 11 over 20. That is the smallest one. Come on. Then second one is what? This 59. That is 0.595. Okay. Now next one, third one, 62%. Next one, 5 over 8. Then fifth one, 0.65. This is the answer. Okay. Then you have to write in order, not these adjusted numbers, but you have to write in order these original numbers given by them. Not these adjusted. Adjusted numbers are used to find the order. Okay. Like this. That is Q3. Then go to Q4, part A. Midday temperatures. I think we have to erase this. Right. Then they say here question 4A, at midday temperature is 8 degrees Celsius. At midnight temperature is 12 degrees Celsius lower. 12 degrees Celsius lower. That means they said midnight temperature is 12 degrees Celsius less than midday temperature, right? Find the temperature at midnight. They say midnight temperature is 12 degrees Celsius less than, midnight temperature. What they say is midday temperature is 8 degrees Celsius. At midnight, the temperature is 12 degrees Celsius lower. Find the temperature at midnight. Then they say midnight temperature is 12 degrees Celsius less than midday temperature. Therefore, midnight temperature will be, that is part A. You have to deduct 12 from this 8. 8 minus 12 means how much? 4. Minus 4 degrees Celsius. Okay. That is the temperature midnight. Because they say midnight temperature is 12 degrees Celsius less than midday temperature. Right. Then next one. Temperature at 6 a.m. every day was recorded for 1 week. They have recorded every day temperature at 6 a.m. for 1 week, for 7 days. Those temperature values are given here. 5, 2, minus 1, minus 7, minus 2, 5, minus 5. They ask find the median and find the range. Okay, median. First of all, when you find the median, you have to set the data in ascending order from the smallest to the largest. What is the smallest? Smallest minus 7. Then write minus 7. Then minus 5 from the smallest to the largest. Smallest one is minus 7. Next minus 5. Then minus 2. Next largest one minus 2. Then next largest one minus 1. Then next large one is 2. The next large one is 5, 5. Now, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There must be 7 figures right here. Now, we have set the set of data in ascending order. Now, we have to find the middle value, median value. Then you cut from like this, from the two ends like this, to find the middle. Here this one, minus 1. Minus 1 is in the middle position. Median is the value in the middle position. Then the set of data is arranged in ascending order, right? Okay. Then median equals how much? Minus 1. Median. Okay. Then what is that? Next one, find the median. Then find the range. Range here. Range. What is range? This one. Part 1, this part 2. Okay. Then range equals largest value minus smallest value. Largest minus smallest. What is largest here? Largest here is 5. Then 5 minus smallest is minus 7. Then this minus 7 is smallest. This is the largest 5. Then 5 minus minus 7 is minus times minus is plus. 5 plus 7 equals 12. That is the range. Okay. That is the range. Right? Okay. Right, next one. Then question 5. Question 5. I'll erase of this. Question 5. Question 5, they say Q5 here. This Q4, no? Then Q5 here. Q5 is answer. Maya invests 480 at the rate of simple interest of 2% per year. Find the amount of interest she receives at the end of 3 years. Then simple interest equals how much? P, investment, into R, that is the rate, into time, that is the number of years, divided by 100. So this is the formula for finding what the simple interest amount for T number of years at the rate of R%, right? Then we will find the principal amount. Investment is P. P means investment, invested amount. We invest 480. Then instead of P, we substitute 480. Into R means this 2%. 2 here. Then R 2% means we write as a fraction 2 over 100. Then next one, T. T is the number of years. They ask you to calculate the interest, amount of interest she receives at the end of 3 years. The amount of interest for 3 years you have to find. Okay. Now this is the thing. Then calculate this one here 3 times. You can write 3 times to 6. Then 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 8, how much? 6 times 8 is 48. 4 is left. 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 4, 28. Again, you see, 3 times to 6. Then 6 times 0, 0. 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. 4 is left. Then 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 4, 20. That is 2880 divided by this 100. Then divided by this 100, it is how much? 28.8. What is this? You get here dollars. Okay, 28.8. That is correct, no? 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 8 is 48. 4 is left. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 4, 28, correct. 28.8. That's right. Okay, right. Then fifth one is over. Now we go to the sixth one. Look at sixth one. They say scale drawing shows the position of 2 villages A and B. Scale is 1 centimeter to 2 kilometers. What do you mean by scale? 1 centimeter to 2 kilometers. That is 2 kilometers of actual length is represented by 1 centimeter on the map, on the scale drawing. Then 1 centimeter on the scale drawing shows 2 kilometers of actual length. Then if you take 2 centimeters on the map, then 2 centimeters on the map shows 4 kilometers. If you take the 10 centimeters on the map, 10 centimeters shows 20 kilometers of actual length. Right. Now, first one, find A. Find the actual distance AB. They ask you to find the actual distance AB. Actual distance AB in this, although they say it is a scale drawing, that is a scale drawing on the map. But this is my whiteboard. In the whiteboard, I haven't drawn that to scale. Right. Therefore, I will tell you how to do. You do by taking the measurements from the diagram on the question paper. Right. Right now here, in my diagram, I am going to answer question A, part 1 from my diagram, right? They ask you to find the actual length of AB. Okay. Now I am going to measure the centimeters of this length between A and B. In my one, there are 33 centimeters between A and B. Then write 6A1. Map length between A and B equals how much? 33 centimeters. That is in measurements of my diagram, right? Measurements from my diagram. But in your diagram, that is in the question paper. Take the hard copy of the question paper, then measure the distance between A and B in centimeters, and write like this. My distance is 30 centimeter, but this is not definitely your answer. Your answer will be a different one. Right, okay? Then they are the actual length. Then actual length A and B. Actual length AB will be how much? Then 1 centimeter represents 2 kilometers of actual length. Then out of this 33 centimeters, each centimeter is 2 kilometers. Then you multiply this 33 by 2. 1 centimeter is 2. Then 33 centimeters will be how much? 66 kilometers. Because each centimeter is 2 kilometers of actual length. Okay, right. Then this is not definitely answer. This is the way of doing. You find the centimeter value between A and B, write like this, multiply that by 2. Then you get the kilometer. Okay. The next one. Next one they say, find the bearing of B from A. Bearing of B from A, you draw the line from B to A. Okay, you draw the line from B to A, right? Then your bearing of B from A is the clockwise angle from north about A towards B, right? Bearing of B from A is the clockwise angle from north about A towards B, like then this angle. Then you can see that that angle is definitely greater than 180 degrees. It is greater than 180 degrees. Then therefore, if you follow the measurement from this side, because we have maximally only the measurements up to 180 degrees in our protractor. Therefore, we can at one go, in one attempt, we can measure only angles up to 180 degrees. Then if you draw this line like this, if you draw this line like this north, like this, and if you measure this angle, that is 180 degrees. Then after that, again you have to measure this part and add them together, so 180. You measure this part, producing this line, that is 180. Then you measure this part and add to that 180. That will form this whole angle. This whole angle is what we want, right? You can do in that way. Otherwise, there's another one. That is, you measure this angle. You measure this angle. You measure this angle. That is less than 180. Therefore, you can measure that angle in one attempt by the protractor. Therefore, you measure this angle at one attempt and deduct that from 180, you get this one. Sorry, you deduct that from 360, you get this angle. You measure this angle by using the protractor, deduct that from 380, then you get this angle. The angle that we want for bearing is this angle. As you have to measure that angle we want in 2 attempts, without doing that, to save your time, by measuring this angle in one attempt and deduct that from 360, then you get this angle. Okay, in that way you can do. Let's say this angle is somewhere like x, then your bearing will be how much? This angle will be 360 minus x. Otherwise, for example, let's say this angle is 120, then this angle will be 360 minus 120 means how much? 240, this angle. Okay. Then you can write then after that saying that here the second part, you can write the bearing. I will erase off this. Right. Then you can write the bearing like this. The bearing of Q6 A part 2. Bearing of the bearing of B from A is how much? If this is 120, this will be 360. You write here the value that you find doing that. First measure this angle, draw this line. First measure this angle between this line and this north. Bearing of B is the clockwise angle from north about A like this, towards B. This is the angle we need. Find that angle, B, because that is definitely greater than 180 degrees. You measure, for convenience, you measure this one, and deduct that from 180. Then you will get this bearing. Let's say this bearing is 240, then you write this here, 240 degrees here. When you write the bearing, you have to include three figures. Let's say you got that angle 70, then it is not three figures. Therefore, you have to put a 0, you have to make it three figures like this. All the bearing number, if you get a 2-figure angle, you putting a 0 in front, it must be made a 3-figure number. Here, no need of adding any 0 because this angle value itself is a 3-figure, definitely. Then, these are not correct answers. I told you how to get it. Then you measure from the diagram on your question paper and accordingly calculate. Okay, right. These are not correct answers, right? Okay. Then next part. Next part they say, a plane flies equidistant from A and B. Construct the path of the plane. They say a plane flies equidistant. Plane flies equidistant from A and B. Equidistant from the path of that plane, from the plane always distance to A equals distance to B. They say here distance to A equals distance to B. Here distance to A equals distance to B. Here distance to A equals this. It must be the perpendicular bisector of this line AB. It must be the perpendicular bisector line. But keep the middle point here, draw an arc here, draw an arc below. Keep the middle point here, draw an arc here, and draw the perpendicular bisector of line AB. Okay. By using the pair of compass, keep the middle point here, take around a little more than half the line AB as radius of the pair of compass. Take a little more than half the line AB as radius of the pair of compass. Keep the middle point here. Cut an arc here, cut an arc above. Then keep the middle point at B. Cut an arc here, cut an arc here. Then draw the line going in the two intersection points of the arcs like this. Then this is the path of the plane. Okay, we have finished those questions. Then we will meet in another video next day to cover the rest of the question paper. Then there's no time, I think, left because we have already done too long. Then I wish you all the best. Have a nice time until we meet in a different video. See you. Goodbye.